All right, guys, welcome back to the Level Up podcast. I'm here with my man Danny right here.
Yes, sir.
And
How you doing?
pleasure to have you on, man. How's things going so far? Good.
Good. Yeah, I say like gym wise, that'd be really good. Graduating college soon as well. That's definitely another thing I gotta get prepared for. It's very sad, but also very it's changed. So I'm kind of getting ready for change as well. Change obviously always happens. Just a matter of like how you take it. That makes sense. But yeah, I'm pretty good. Definitely.
That's awesome, dude. I guess tell the people what college you go to.
Yeah, so I go to Westchester University. It's a college in Pennsylvania. So from Philadelphia, it's probably about half an hour or so without with traffic. My major is communications. I actually used to do a little bit of like broadcasting. I also used to have my own talk show too when I was younger in college as a sophomore and freshman. But after joining Sigma Chi, I got more very busy with my life. I'm the pro consul now. I haven't this whole school year, so it's definitely a lot of work by itself. But I've been very busy with Sigma Chi, also just the gym as well, and kind of putting it together. It's very cool, very cool.
It's awesome, man. Sounds like you're pretty involved, which is definitely good to
Yes.
hear. So
Big.
cool, man. Well, yeah, I guess starting off with some fitness stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go back to where you started. When you kind of got into fitness, where were you at? And what was kind of like the goal for you getting into it?
Yeah, so my like actual gym journey started my freshman year of college. Because so in high school I played football. I kind of had a plan from like my coach. I couldn't do it like my own thing in a way. But once I graduated high school, I got into college. And I'm not gonna lie, I was 260, 270. Wasn't working out. I was out of shape. And then I got heartbroken. And you know how that always works out. So
Yeah.
after that happened, I turned off the noise, headphones on, just locked in, got to the gym. My diet was literally just chicken and lettuce for about 5 months and just fasting. So I was very mentally, I was in a very mental state I never had before in my life. Also, I was doing this in a dorm, remember too. So I'm doing this in a dorm. I don't have the biggest resources to use. Obviously, there's a bunch of dining hall food no one likes to use or eat because it's just processed. So, but where I started was my freshman year, and then from there I kept going, and then to a certain extent, I didn't really see growth, but I knew I was getting somewhere, right? So, because in my head I felt stronger, but I didn't see it. That makes sense. By the time I got home, I started commuting to college. My diet was a lot more routine based and just very simple. Because most all I eat now is just chicken, eggs, and rice. No seasoning. That might sound weird to you guys seeing this, but that's how I am. That's how I roll. I eat very clean. So yeah, and then from there, what I learned honestly through this is obviously you want to get big and all and get muscular, but there's also the side of work ethic. You can go to the gym, yeah, but are you gonna work hard? Are you gonna one set and leave? I think going to the gym, it's more than just getting big. It's about the mindset, what you do in and out the gym too, because your rest is important. Rest is just as rest is just as important as lifting. And when you don't work out, I mean, we don't get your rest in, and you go back to the gym, you feel very fatigued, not as your usual self. That makes sense. So definitely prioritizing rest is something I learned along the way, because I used to be 7 days a week and that never worked out. So I'd be very sore, but I kind of learned I think I learned through myself in a way that just going and going and going is good, but you also need to also learn about balance too, and balancing yourself with the gym, your life, your diet, and everything as well.
That's awesome, dude. So it sounds like you got pretty dialed in, started seeing some results, and there's kind of two things I wanted to highlight too. Obviously, the first one you said just literally going to the gym builds you discipline. Right?
Definitely.
It's one of those things that the gym's a great way to start building discipline, because then you can actually translate that to other things.
To work, your career, exactly. Yeah, the other stuff. Exactly.
Cool. So, yeah, so that's definitely something that is worth noting too. Someone's watching who's feels like they definitely just want to improve their discipline on pretty much anything.
Yeah. My advice would be for that discipline is just keep going. On the days like now, it's winter, it's here in Boston, it's probably very cold for you as well. But for me, I'm in Pennsylvania, it's very cold right now. It's not the best weather. It gets dark at 4 o'clock. But I still go. I don't care about that. That's just a factor. But because at the end of the day, when you look at yourself 6 months from now in May or June, you're going to be, wow, I'm glad I went back then. Can now look at me, 6-pack, shredded, girls all over me. It's that's what gets you. Maybe not the girls aspect of it, but you feel good about yourself, and then from feeling good, you keep going and going. And you said earlier as well, it can lead to more than just in the gym. It can lead to a career opportunity. It can lead to networking. You really just don't know. But building that mindset of the discipline to the gym can get you a long way. Just out of the gym. So definitely.
100%, man. And that's a good thing you brought up too, because I often tell people you think a lot about the cost of action. I gotta lock in and do all these workouts and eat super clean. But then it's all right, well, what's the cost of inaction, right? It's 6 months from now, if you're in the same spot you are now, it's
then what?
Then what? It's all right, you know what I mean? So it's good. It's a good thing to be able to do to look ahead and be okay, this might not be the most comfortable thing now, but if I'm on the beach actually confident
In your body, in yourself.
in your
Yeah.
body and yourself. It's like how is that going to change your life? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
cool, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point. I guess, I mean, you had a pretty good initial transformation. So you lost like a lot of weight, right?
So with mine, I was 270 before I started like really cut. So I was 270, and then right now I'm at 195. So it's been a lot of weight, but I'm not gonna lie, it was like very hard because like when you're at home for break and you eat like that junk food, that's another way of discipline. Like no, don't eat that. The next day you feel like not at the best, obviously. So I think a lot of it was being tempted when I was at home as well because like Thanksgiving came up. Christmas and like I ate, but I wasn't eating like junk food more or less. Like that makes sense. Like I wouldn't have any desserts, no alcohol, like none of that stuff. So because cause it adds into your body, it just doesn't help you at all, and it makes you obviously you're big into like testosterone stuff and all that kind of stuff. Eating that kind of food doesn't help you with your test, obviously. So I guess as well with like losing like the weight, it was a lot of less like fasted cardio. So whenever so this is what I used to do. It was twice a day. So before class, I get up in the morning like 6 a.m. Yeah, that is different too. 6 a.m. wake up call. And then I go to the gym just to do cardio, but it would be 30 minutes on a high incline with 15 speed. I mean, not 15 speed, 15 incline and 3 speed. Sorry, that makes more sense. For half an hour. And then I do abs right after that. And then at my home gym, if I was home, I go into sauna after 2 as well. So just doing that fasted just made my day already, just like that. I felt amazing. I felt mentally prepared to go into the day. And after class, school, work, whatever that stuff was, right to the gym again. And after my workout was cardio again. So I was basically doing cardio twice a day for basically an hour because doing half an hour before my classes and after the gym as well. So it was a lot of cardio and a lot of just like I said earlier too, like it's hard to say it than actually like be in it, but it's not like the mental game. You really need to like understand, I guess that makes sense because you also know as well, like those small things really add up over time, whether that be addiction, whether that be like a female, food, whatever it is. You have to cut it out if you're really serious about your health because it's basically like a job in a way too. Like it is a job. You're there every day of the week almost. You have your rest days. You got to keep going and pushing, and no one's gonna tell you to go besides yourself. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man. Those are some good points. And I guess another thing too, like that's definitely underlooked, and you can probably relate to this. If you start doing like fasting and like eating clean foods, gym aside, just you think more clearly. Like
your mind and body's just definitely I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, it's like it's super underrated too because like a lot of people are whatever working like desk jobs or maybe they have to use their brain all day, right?
Yeah.
What you eat and what you don't eat can just have a massive impact on just like how productive you are throughout the day. So
yeah, definitely, because I remember I sent you the other day the picture of like the honey bee pills I take now.
Yeah.
So actually been pretty good. I took it today. I did back, tri, and shoulder today. It was pretty good. So I'm feeling like natural energy coming in my body. It feels really good. So because I know you talked about as well at some point about taking like how like energy drinks aren't good for you, and they're not because you get that like caffeine boost, but it's not like testosterone and getting an actual natural boost in your body. So I think the more and more I take this, I'm gonna feel that's more natural in my body than what I was like prior. So
definitely. Yeah, 100%. And like on that point, pretty much like a lot of people overlook micronutrients, which are like vitamins, minerals, like all the extra stuff, right? Most people in fitness, they know the macros, the protein, fat, carbs.
Yeah, protein, yeah.
Yeah, like, eat the protein, like, low calorie to get shredded, right?
Yeah.
But the more I got into it, I was like, wait a minute, like, micronutrients play a big role on, like, hormones and testosterone.
Yeah.
And if you want to just, like, feel like a beast in the gym, have energy, higher testosterone is, like, one of the best things you can do.
Yeah.
So if you just, like, look into, all right, well, how can I get more of those in your diet? Then naturally you're just going to feel more healthy. Yeah, I really have, like, bee pollen right here, like
exactly, right? Yeah, it's natural, which is really good for you,
dude. 100%. And then like obviously through food, like if you're eating meats and fruit and all that stuff that has micronutrients, but there's some stuff you can supplement as well for sure. So
yeah,
but that's cool, man. Yeah, so I guess let's go back to when we first started talking, right? So obviously
like summertime, August was about, I think like August, I think July-ish, something like that, around that time.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. Obviously you hopped on the program and join the Swolders and stuff. I guess from your experience with that, what was kind of like the biggest takeaways you made that you applied with your fitness journey?
Yeah, so I think first with like my plan, it was I saw improvement within like less than a week. Like I remember because I was very like big about like my legs and getting more to be like athletic than just like muscle big. And that's what I told you about. And the plan was really there and made. And I was nervous at first. I can't lie. I didn't think I didn't know if it would work out or not. And then within a week, I felt like my legs felt more loose, felt more just like overall like, agile. And from what your plan was, I didn't think of anything like that until I saw you and met you, obviously. But I guess like the process by itself, like yeah, it's gonna be hard. Like I like hard workouts, and that's what you sign for everybody, even through soldiers as well. Like every Monday sets tone for the week, which it does. So I think just what you make is very like it's very like challenging, but in a good way. That makes sense. To where it's like if you do this, you're gonna be better like the next day or weeks and months and years. You know what I'm saying? And after. But with the soldiers, it's all positive and encouraging because for us college students, we're not sure what we're doing with our lives yet. We're not really sure what there is like out in the world. But when you see every week from you, hey, there's some motivation from this guy every single week, that keeps me going personally. And I thank you for that because there's not a lot of guys in this world who have that motivation to be like, hey, today's Monday. Yeah, it might be Monday, but go at it. Go after it. Go hit that workout. Go hard at it. So that's what you always prioritize in your messages as well on Instagram. So definitely what I took from you.
Hell yeah, man. Well, dude, pumped to hear that. Yeah, and I think another thing too is like it's very easy to have the people that you surround yourself with play a huge impact on you.
Yeah,
so for example, like if most of your friends aren't like super dialed in the gym and doing the same stuff, it's hard to really like be in the zone as if either you were with a bunch of people or friends with a bunch of people who were into fitness, or for example, like, the whole Swolgers like community that I built, the intention was like, even for me, it's like, I didn't have a lot of people, like friends who were super into fitness. So I'm like, I got to like find people who are into that. And then it kind of just everyone holds each other accountable. So I think that's pretty helpful. But cool, man. So yeah, I mean, obviously in the last couple of months, I mean, you've been hitting some pretty good PRs. I saw the bench press and everything like that.
It's been great. I mean, like, I think it goes back to consistency. Like I just kept going. Like I haven't stopped. Like I've also done more like weighted dips. That's really helped a lot with my bench press. So and, like a lot of things like I see are from you, low key. Things I do like the dips. Like I didn't think anything about that to build like a bench press up, because now I'm putting up 245 on incline for reps, and then 305 you saw the other week, or 225. It was still crazy, but the thing is though, it's gonna go up and up and up. I'm not stopping. So that's why I had the mindset locked in.
100%, man. And that's like the biggest thing too. I mean, obviously those are some crazy lifts, like 245 incline, 305, right? I like what you said. Like it's never enough. It's like you're gonna keep going, right?
Yeah.
Even for me, people are like, well, dude, how do you get like so strong? It's just like I just don't see a reason to not go to the gym and try and get stronger. Like whether you're lifting 100 pounds or 300, it's like
you're still trying to benefit yourself in a way. Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. It's just like not setting like limitations on yourself, and that's why it's helpful to have people in your network that are above you too. Because like even for me, like I look up to other people who are doing more than me, and that helps me keep going.
Yeah. For us, people like me and like the soldiers, exactly.
Yeah, 100%. So, all right, guys, real quick, if you are liking this content, then hit that subscribe button. Going to be pumping out more of these videos more often, giving you guys some more free value. And if you are interested in the Level Up Transformation Program, then stick around to the end of the video. Going to give you guys a deeper dive of what that looks like and see if it's a good fit for you. So with that being said, let's get back into the podcast. Yeah, I mean, right now, what's kind of like the next goal for you right now, just with fitness?
So I think there's honestly a few in mind. So my first one is to get 315. That's straight up. I just want to get 3 plates, have it done with. I've been so close, but I never got before my life. So I've been right there, but I never got before. And then my other one is starting more or less like YouTube with the gym. I would say like it's difficult what I want to do with it right now, because like I can't put my mind fully on it. I'm still in school, other stuff as well. But like more or less like influencing for like the younger generation, kind of a lot of this like, younger generation. Like they're in the gym, but like why are you in the gym? Kind of was saying earlier in this podcast, about like the motivation that comes with it, the hard work. Like I really want to emphasize that to the younger generation, so that it can go and go and go for the generations to come. So something along the lines of that I'd like to do eventually. So
that's awesome, man. Yeah, no, I saw you started posting some more about that too. I think it's definitely a good thing to get into, because I mean, you never know who you're going to inspire to lock in and
exactly
take it seriously. So
because I don't know, like I think like even when you have a bad day, you're like, all right, I'm going to the gym today. That makes even like saying that, you sound more like upright and more like positive about yourself. Like, all right, I'm going to the gym today. It's like it's that simple, But like honestly, it's simple for us people who are in the gym. But like it's I don't know. It's just like a staple, I guess, to me at least. Like it's just like if you have a bad day or a good day, you can always go there, and the thing about the gym, it won't ever leave you. Like wherever you move to, wherever you're at, there's gonna be a gym around you somewhere. It's never gonna leave you. You just need to go at it and have the mindset.
Totally agree, man. Yeah, I mean, however difficult life gets, it's like the gym's simple. You go in, you lock in, you can still push for PRs, right? And even like in those days you do hit the PR and you get that win, that like bleeds into the rest of your day too. It's like you feel great when you just have a great workout. It just really affects the rest of your day. You know what I mean? So
Especially do like in the morning too. The first thing in the morning, you go work out, you feel great. Especially going to sauna, something like that. Even like you feel great after, ready to conquer the day. So I agree with that.
100%. Yeah, kicking off the day with a win is one of the best things. So
Exactly. And the week too. And the week. That's
100%, dude. Yeah. Cool, man. And I guess another thing I wanted to touch on is obviously like I know we touched on it a little bit before, but the importance of rest days and like you know, having enough recovery. How has not lifting as frequently as you were in the past? How has that like changed your progress per se?
Yeah, definitely. So I think with applying more rest, I've seen more growth personally. Because like I said in the beginning, I used to go 7 days a week, and I didn't know what I was doing back then. But I probably have at least like 2 to 3 now, and like my split for like an actual just rest day, or even just going to sauna. Like that's like a day as well. So what I've seen is definitely a lot more growth, and I feel much more like it's like stable and like healthy in a way. Because you can go to the gym and hit something, you might feel a little tweak or like, oh, this doesn't feel right. But like I feel like when like I have more rest days implied into my routine and my gym schedule, I feel very more like, okay, I know today I'm like I took a rest day for this, so I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying like to yourself, oh, I hit this 2 days ago and I'm doing it again. But like I think rest that you said just as important as going to the gym. But I guess you need to think about like where you put your rest days at. That makes sense too.
Yeah, and that's another thing I tell people too. It's just like it makes a lot of sense. Like, oh, the more I lift, the more I'm gonna see progress, right? But part of it is like just the understanding of what does lifting actually do for you. You go in and you're stimulating the muscle growth, right? But then you need to have enough time for the muscles to actually be built as a result of that. So if you kind of just someone watching, if that's the mindset you have, that's what's gonna get you far. It's like if you go in and think you're the Hulk and just
I stay around heavyweight. Yeah, you're going nowhere. Yeah. And life 100%.
Too. Yeah, 100%. Another thing too, and like eventually people are going to get busy. You want fitness to be a long-term thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, when you're in college, obviously it makes sense. You can definitely get in a lot more, but especially like you start working a job and like life takes up, you want something that you can do every single week and not feel like you're burnt out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Especially with work too. I know like with work being drained out, especially with family as well, it's just a lot that you have to deal with. So the gym's definitely very big, and just like your mental health as well. Just being like I guess doing something, it's nothing.
Yeah, for sure. And another thing too, obviously, being in Sigma Chi and everything like that. How has balancing fitness in the gym? How has that been with like also being in the fraternity in college and commitments and all of that? Like how has that kind of been for you?
Yeah, that's a great point. So luckily, I won't say luckily, but we don't have like this year have a true chapter house, which kind of blows, but that's okay. But so like, say I do go out, I'm either gonna have like I'm not gonna lie, I don't really drink a lot in general, but like if I do, I have like a beer or two, and then like the next day I'm riding the treadmill. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to like the discipline. Like I can go out and have a few drinks with my friends, but I know next day I gotta burn it off and go harder. So I think it's just more or less like about balance. Like I've never really been a big drinker in general, but like if I do have a few beers, I like to just make it very paceful, so I know the next day I can work it off as well. So, but I think like with like socially, I guess like. It honestly helps because like there's times where like I can see a brother, hey, you want to go to the gym? You know what? Why not? I'm not doing anything right now, and there you go. Just a simple workout like that. So it definitely helps because we also in my chapter we have a Olympic body lifter as well. I say correctly. He's been like Hawaii and other stuff as well for lifting. He's saying the same thing as well. Like he likes to have a few drinks here and there, but you just gotta know when to lock in and get your stuff done at the gym. So I think it's just overall a balance of like having fun, but also going to the gym too.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the biggest thing too is like just knowing what your priorities are, right? Like if fitness and career and all that is a priority, then naturally you won't really let yourself, use drinking and other things as you naturally won't necessarily let that affect that negatively. I think like if you kind of have that, in your mindset of like, all right, I'm gonna go out, maybe have a couple of drinks, but I'm not gonna let that affect the rest of my week, my workout, stuff like that. That's definitely a healthy way to do it because I've had periods of like full sober. I've had periods of drinking a lot, and I feel like the middle approach where it's like, hey, go out, be social, but have your goals first is the way to go. So
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
Cool, man. Well, yeah, that's a great point. I guess we didn't really talk a lot about nutrition. I guess in just your fitness journey in general, what has kind of been like, I guess the biggest, the most changes you've made with nutrition that have kind of helped you get to where you are now? Like, were there any major changes or anything you made to what you're doing?
Yeah.
Kind of how was that?
So I think definitely cutting off a lot of sugar is probably one of my biggest things to say this, because sugar is like, obviously you need like some of it, but you don't need like a crap ton of sugar in your system, and like, energy drinks, other stuff that's not good for you. I think just cutting out a lot of the BS that like you think is good for you because it can be like, oh yeah, like I'm having this like organic food, but like you don't know if it's actually organic or not. Like say you have like a smoothie that's like with frozen fruit. Yeah, that's actually really good for you, or frozen blueberries. Like, I think it comes with doing like research too in a way of like what's actually good for you. Because like I know you're very big into like posting that stuff as well on your page, but like I think it's cutting out like the junk food, and like what that is too, the junk food. Like, if you're gonna have like I don't know, cake or something that's just bad for you. I think it's just like having that mindset of like, all right, I need to have a diet that's gonna help me and make me grow, not one that's gonna make me stay laid back and not get nowhere. Because you can still go to the gym and eat like whatever you want. You're not gonna see much results as having a cleaner diet with because every morning, at least for me, I drink it's beet, ginger, lemon, and turmeric all in one, like a nice little like morning drink. First thing I drink before anything, not before I have my eggs or anything like that. So I think it's just like obtaining the mindset to have and tell yourself that I need to eat healthy, because it will also happen over time too. When you get older and older, if you eat better now and healthier now, by the time you're 40, 50 years old, you're going to see that you feel very healthy about yourself. But if you eat not the best food now, 20, 30 years from now, you might be in a hospital or even dead. So I think it's just more or less the mental side of it, definitely.
100%, man. Yeah, I think just thinking long term like that is a great way to approach things. And also like being able to leverage food to improve your performance and your energy is just like super underrated, because like when it comes to fitness, if you're eating the right calories and protein and you're lifting, you can get away with not having the best diet and see like results in the mirror, right? But if you change how you're getting those calories and protein and like the quality of the food you're eating, sure, you're gonna get the results. You're gonna be more healthy. You're gonna have higher testosterone. You're gonna have less brain fog. It's just like there's so many benefits to actually looking into the quality of the stuff you're eating too. So I think
exactly.
That's a great point. Anyone who's watching this who is looking to get into fitness, maybe they're in the gym but they're just hitting plateaus. You know what I mean? Like, what is kind of your biggest piece of advice for someone who's trying to get into more of a fitness lifestyle, would you say?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think cutting out a lot of the nonsense in life or BS that surrounds you. I was saying earlier, but like, your friends, like if your friends are all kind of just like not doing anything with their lives, cut them out. Like I've done before with myself personally. I've got friends who I thought were my friends, but they weren't. And now I'm doing bad decisions, making bad choices in life. But then once you cut out and have a tight circle around you, that's when you really get to see yourself build. So rather that be in the gym, rather that be with your work. But I think with the gym, at least, it's a matter of keep going. Because it will change. You're not going to keep going. Nothing's going to change. It will change. You need to keep going. Because obviously you're not going to get that PR every single week you go. I think more or less it's about the mental side of keep going and pushing. Because you will get it. It might not be right now, but it will happen at some point. Definitely.
100%, man. Yeah, I love that for sure. I think another thing too is like the value of tracking progress. You know what I mean? Like tracking lifts, taking progress pictures, weighing yourself. That's one of the best things you can do for yourself, because that kind of gives you visual proof of like, hey, is what I'm doing in the gym actually working,
benefiting me? Yeah, exactly.
For sure, because a lot of people, it's easy to get discouraged of like, they're doing all this stuff and they're like, well, I don't even know if it's working, right? So, and I'm sure you can obviously agree with that too. Like, hey, let's just track more of your progress, track your workouts.
Yeah, sorry, I mean, interrupt you there, but I feel like when because you can't really hide it, like what your results are. Like, yeah, if you're overweight, you're gonna know you're overweight, and if you're in shape, you'll know you're in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like going on that scale. Like a lot of why I like lifting so much is because like you have to go after it. You can't just like have it given to you. Here's just for you, honey. Like no, you're gonna go and do it yourself, because that's how life is even too. So it's a lot, but it takes time. Obviously to build like your physique and all that stuff too. It takes time, but just know if you keep going, have that tight circle around you, you're gonna be just fine. Just fine.
Hell yeah, man. I guess another thing too, for people who are like in the gym, right, but they're not really sure what they're doing, maybe they're hitting plateaus, not really moving in the right direction. Do you think, the Swolgers getting on a program, you feel like that would benefit them get where they want to be, or what are your thoughts on that?
100%. I mean, before I was in it, I didn't have like a lot of like, I guess like lead in like my fitness journey, but like having you and all the SIGs behind me as well, it's great, because like he also goes into the fact of like brotherhood and like, we're all there for each other. So I think from someone seeing this podcast, definitely join Swolgers. You're going to get a lot out of it. Your mindset will change. I think not that everything will change, but you'll see. But I definitely say take advantage of it. One of the greatest opportunities you could ever be in is joining Swolgers and being with Matt Rico as well on here. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, dude. Awesome seeing your progress, and looking forward to seeing the results. Probably gonna hit 315 pretty soon.
Yes, sir. That's right. I will. I'm excited, but it's almost there. It's almost there. I'm right there. But I will get it though. I will get it. So definitely.
Well, dude, yeah, we went over a lot of good stuff. I think there's a lot of good value in here. So, anything else you want to add, or you feel like you're said everything you need to say?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm keep saying it again, but just keep going. Like for people watching this podcast, just keep going. Like I was somebody who was 270 pounds. Now I'm 195. I'm lean. I feel great. Just keep going. I'm telling you, it might suck, the process, but that's how it has to be to get to where you want to be in life, or even with the gym. So just keep going. It will happen. That's my biggest point here is just keep going.
Hell yeah, man. And I guess my last thing is, we kind of touched on this before, but being, coming from where you were at to where you are now, how has like the confidence aspect changed? Like, I can only
big
imagine
time.
you're just like
Yeah.
walking
I
around
feel
with a
great.
pep to your step, right?
Yeah, oh, definitely,
Yeah.
yeah. So like, definitely, and like, especially in like a social setting, like I used to be very like, like laid back, relaxed, not, didn't really want to talk. But now, like in classroom, I'm first one to raise my hand, or even talk, or in general, or like say that like thing that's like no one wants to say. Like I feel like just like when you're in shape, you feel different about yourself. Like I feel like in a way I changed. Like it's almost like a new me in a way. That makes sense because like when I was 270 pounds, I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't caring about myself. I was eating like garbage. I didn't do anything. I was smoking too much. Like it was bad. But when you change and you really see yourself change, looking in the mirror, you're like, wow, this is amazing. And also, you can do anything you want in life. If you get in shape and lose 80, 70 pounds, what else can you do in life? It goes above and above and above that.
Definitely, man. I mean, it really, it gives you self-belief. Like you
Yeah.
said, it's like, dude, you just did some hard stuff that most people are probably never going to do.
Yeah.
Now you can you have that self-belief and you can start doing other stuff, working on your career, improving other skills.
Exactly.
So that's super cool. And even just like a super underrated thing, if you make a good transformation, literally waking up and looking in the mirror, you get positive reinforcement and
Yeah.
you're always starting the day with a win, like no matter what.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
That's definitely a big factor too for people as well. So cool, man. Well, I think that's just about everything I wanted to cover. So I really appreciate your time and
Yeah, of course. I
thank you for
appreciate
coming
you.
on, man.
Of course. Yeah, I'll be in touch with you more. So I appreciate it, Matt. It means a lot. And Hoke.
All right, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed the podcast. Hopefully you got some value out of that. If you did, hit that subscribe button and be pumping more of these podcast videos more often. And if you are looking to take your fitness to the next level, build more muscle, hit some PRs in the gym, lose stubborn body fat, and just look completely different in the mirror so you have confidence every single day when you get up and go to work, then I highly recommend checking out the Level Up Transformation Program, where the goal here is to solve training, solve nutrition, and accountability so that you actually can see visual proof of results every single week and get to your fitness goal, right? And I'm actually gonna give you a quick visual of what exactly is in the program. So here we go. So in order to solve training, you're gonna get access to the True Coach mobile app. Now in this app, you're gonna have your own customized workout program tailored to you, your goals, your schedule. You're gonna have exercises. You're gonna know exactly how much weight and reps to perform tutorial videos, and we're also gonna be tracking your progress over time. And every week, I'm actually gonna go in to the app and do the progressive overload for you to make sure you're actually getting stronger every single week and have that visual proof of that. We're also gonna be tracking progress, such as progress pictures, your body weight, setting goals, and really making sure you're getting the best out of your experience here. Now, every client is also going to get access to my school online course where I really cut through the misinformation in the fitness industry and just provide you a lot of value on training, on nutrition, health, mindset, goal setting, really all the things that I felt like you needed to know to make your best transformation, not just in fitness, but just to help you be the best version of yourself. And then lastly, you're going to get access to the Swolders private coaching community. And this is great because it's all like-minded people on the program looking to just improve, share value, share wins. I'm sharing value, and it's really helpful for motivation. Seeing everyone win, it really pushes you to get more out of the program. So if that is something you're interested in, you can click the link in the description and apply for the program, or send me just a message on Instagram.